Welcome everybody to Command Combat Battle Reports, and today we have Shogun 2 Total War, and we have, who are we have? Satsuma versus an unknown enemy. We just have this one guy standing out there. It's so far we don't really know who we're fighting. It's just somebody out there.
It's Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly. One Godzilla! We have the Choshu, and so far all we know is the General's Bodyguard. So we're fighting the General's Bodyguard, apparently. Alright.
I hate the tofu.
Alright, let's take a quick look at what we got down in this foggy little area here. Let's see, and Cliff is here with us. He can give us some pointers on this. We got parrot guns, we got Gatling guns, we got carbine cavalry. Carbine or carbine?
Carbine.
Carbine. And
Not English.
Alright, so carbines at the front, cavalry at the front, sharpshooters, then we got Black Bear infantry behind them, and United States Marines way back there. United States Marine Corps. Ooh. And General's Bodyguard. And I think, so they're sort of in the middle area, and then over on their flank, we have 4 columns of Imperial infantry. I think that's all. Yep. So tell us a little bit about these troops here.
Okay, these are all peasants, middle-class soldiers who've been drafted into the army. Not one of them is a samurai. Not one. Because samurai refuse to be a part of this nonsense. And so they have been trained in the Western fashion of fighting, which is, as you see, close quarter, large columns, and they are to use fire as opposed to close quarter work. But they are trained to use bayonets, but their primary weapon is firepower.
All right. Then we got carbine cavalry.
Well, this is something the Americans were special at, fighting on horseback with rifles, and this is something we learned from the Civil War. That the saber really isn't that useful in modern warfare.
So they basically fire with those and run.
Yeah.
All right, and sharpshooters.
Well, sharpshooters, we should keep them at a long distance, because that's their strong suit. Be able to shoot accurately at a long distance and pick off the large columns of troops.
And then you got the Black Bear infantry.
Well, these are elite troops. They are, they're the basically the line breakers. You want to rush into somebody, you send these guys.
Okay, so good hand-to-hand, probably good shooting.
Yeah.
And of course you got the Paragon and the Gatling guns.
Yeah, the Paragon is long-range artillery. It's something from the American Civil War. It's long-range artillery, and the Gatling gun in this period of time was also considered artillery because it had to be carried by a caisson. And so.
All right. So let's go ahead and see how they do this one. So you got the carbine cavalry is heading up there first. Apparently, going to scout ahead. Well,
they're going to scout ahead, shoot up the skirmishers, stuff like that, and then run away.
All right. So let's see them head up this hill here. Let's see what they find, because this was here we go. This was apparently fog of war in this fog, and then so the opponents have the Imperial Guard cavalry and the revolver cavalry rushing up that hill while the rest of them are just marching up.
Okay. You shouldn't let the revolver cavalry get that close.
Yeah, well, they're kind of coming up to the hill. I think they're just going to run into each other here. Uh-oh. Okay, just froze up.
Stop and let them come up and then open fire.
Oh, it looks like both of them stopped. Both of them are like, okay, all right, you go first. No, you go first. Meanwhile, these guys are starting to march up. This is the infantry. Oh, they also put some Imperial Guard cavalry guard over here on the flank. It looked like somebody else was coming up this side. Yeah, it looks like the opponents are coming up this way. Oh, we have some cavalry going up this way. Imperial Guard cavalry are starting to march up there. Oh, and there you got General's Bodyguard is coming up this way. So now you have a couple.
They need to take him now.
Yeah, and there's only have one Imperial Guard cavalry is guarding this way. It looks like the Choshu cavalry is going way around the left. The Satsuma is countering with a couple infantry, and the rest of the infantry is moving up here. Imperial infantry.
If they can get the high ground,
yeah. It looks like the Satsuma is trying to get that. They have a little bit of a lead on the Choshu, but the Choshu are coming up this way. They're going to meet up there pretty close to the same time, and so it looks like the Satsuma is not going to try for the high ground. They're just lining up along here.
They're going to make them come down, and they're going to shoot them up as they come down.
Now it looks like They're bringing more up here. Now, remember, this cavalry came over here, but it looks like they must have run off. So now Satsuma's
Where are the
placing
Marines?
Marines. Good question. Let's see. Is this the Marine? No, that's the Black Bear. United States Marines, right here, coming up this hill, and it looks like they are running. So they do see the importance of getting the position. Oh, and then you have Choshu are sneaking up here. It looks like they are slowly sneaking. Oh, they got him in the flank there. They are not watching. They need to counter that. Oh, they're countering by running. Oh, there we go. They are going to get into position.
And they're going to come over at their cavalry's going to come over the top again.
Oh, it looks like their infantry slowly marching up. So, and Satsuma still have. Oh, there we go. They're shot at from over there. Oh, all directions. Oh, those. Oh, man.
That's just bad.
100% casualties. That's not good. Somebody with a horse stable is very sad right now. Yep, and they're starting to pull back.
They're running off.
Let's see horses.
They're gonna
Oh.
make them charge down after them, and they're going to get shot to pieces.
Yep, so they're like, okay, well, okay, no, we moved them off. Now they're getting in position. Check this out. Oh, it looks like they got some more carbine cavalry and other carbine cavalry. Where's that Gatling gun? How close is that to getting up here? Oh, whoops. Oh, there it is. It's set up. There you go. You can see the Gatling gun in action. But it did get charged by cavalry. Oh, yeah, they got themselves in position a little bit too close. Now, here's one fun thing that I discovered. I finally discovered the slow motion. I just thought, I've come to realize this works great to the music of Everybody Hurts. Everybody hurts, and sometimes everybody cries. Especially when they hear my singing.
Have you noticed that the Imperial cavalry is dressed like Confederates?
Oh, yeah?
Look at them. They're going.
Oh, yeah. It does look. It looks like a Civil War battle here.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Oh, everybody hurts. Oh, that poor horse.
Now it could be the other side that hired some American soldiers, because back after the Civil War, a lot of American generals were hired from by other different nations to train their armies.
Right, exactly, and that would be interesting to see some of the people in the same same army.
I mean, I couldn't believe that Egypt actually tried to hire George Pickett.
Did they? Oh, that's right. I heard about that.
Which makes no sense at all.
So now you can see the setup here. They've come around the left flank, the Satsuma left flank. Remember, this was guarded by just that little bit there, but they have now come up here, tried to flank, and the Satsuma has gotten into position.
Where is the artillery?
The artillery is set up over here somewhere. I saw it just a little bit ago.
And his group was
Oh, here we go. They were expecting them to come up this way, straight up over the hill, and apparently they came up from the left. So apparently Choshu was pretty smart in there. They were clever.
Yeah. These guys should have never tried to, in hindsight, they should have never tried to come up and try to take that hill.
Yeah, just stayed back and make them come to them.
Make them come to them and run the momentum out of their horses.
Oh my God! Look at this. They're coming with hordes of them.
They're trying to envelop them.
Yeah, and these guys are not. They're still set up, expecting them to come from that way. They're kind of coming from that way, but these guys, the Imperial infantry, are just set up in a really bad position. Let's go back to playing here. Wow, yeah, but now you have, okay, these guys are coming in. That's the Imperial infantry is coming in to try to guard. Oh, and they managed to push off the ones that were there. Now they're forming up. Yeah, they're still, okay, they had their flank, but now they're going to reform. Looks like the Choshu are trying to charge in there. There's a lot of them there. A lot of fog, too. Kind of hard to see. Oh, not fog, I mean, yeah. United States Marines are in place. Oh, and they're getting hit. But they are going to be doing a lot of damage. Look at all that death and destruction over this way. They're fighting against the White Bears. So Black Bears versus White Bears. Looks like the White Bears are going against the U.S. Marines, so they're kind of taking some bad hits. Wow. So it's turned into a line here. Let's actually pause it. Look at the situation. This is turned into, so what you had, this was what the hill they tried to take. They pulled back here. We're trying to create a line. The Satsuma's trying to create a line. Choshu came along that side, so now they have a line all along here and sort of an L shape going here. It's zigzag, because then they come up to here where the sharpshooters are on the flank.
Yeah, the sharpshooters need to get in and start laying and fire right along that line right there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Choshu tried to come up around here. They have their revolver cavalry. Yeah. Well, it's the cavalry in the back. The rest of them are all right along this line, all up here and all down here.
Does the Imperial forces have any reserves left?
Imperial that's Satsuma, right?
Yeah.
No, oh, is it?
No. Who is?
Satsuma is, well, we have Satsuma versus Choshu.
Okay, the Satsuma is the blue, and the Choshu is the grays.
Yeah. So, what were we asking? Is this
Was the Satsuma? Do they have any reserves?
Doesn't look like it. Looks like, well, no, there we go. They've got some sharpshooters in reserve, and then they have some Shogatai back here,
Okay.
and Katanakachi back here.
Okay, the Katanakachi needs to get a, if they could, they need to come around this flank and hit them here.
Yep.
The sharpshooters need to take out that revolver cavalry,
Okay.
and then they have a chance of taking them.
Oh, and here we go. Choshu have these reserves over here, the sharpshooters right here. So it's sharpshooters versus sharpshooters, and then you have this infantry here, and the artillery is right here. So let's keep on going and see how it goes. Now, at this point, let's say it's that, okay, who's going to take advantage of who? Actually, let's pause for another moment here. I just want to ask Troy, who would you say, who do you think is more in favor here at this point, Troy? The Packers?
Guys that are winning.
At this particular point, yeah, it's kind of hard to say, going back and forth, but I would put my money on the Satsuma at this point, just because while they're, neither one has much of a reserve, it seems like that Satsuma has a few more troops still yet to go. But let's take a look.
But I would say
Yeah, it looks like there's just now, oh, they're getting, they weren't in good position, so now they are getting, what do you call it, they're getting limbered up, so that they can be used more effectively, it looks like. Actually, if they got up on this hill, they would be firing on their flanks. So, and now the sharpshooters are taking shots. Now this was fog of war, so the Choshu still could have more troops back there that we can't see at the moment. We're seeing this completely from Satsuma's point of view. And here comes Satsuma up on the flank. They just couldn't get much over that hill, so now they're getting over that hill, going to be taking shots into that flank there. If they will start shooting. Any time now, guys. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, now they're reforming. Yeah, they're trying to face the sharpshooters, but they're putting their flank. Oh, they're starting to mark. Yeah, it looks like a charge is coming. It looks like a charge overall. Look at that. They're all starting to move. Moving right into their line right here. The charge. Yeah. Oh, and the Choshu are starting to pull back over there, and the Satsuma is moving up. Meanwhile, they're coming up after the sharpshooters. Oh, and the paraguns are in place. But now, the Katanakachi, which you had been recommending, they are coming in to do their job. Slow motion. And watch some of this fighting. Oh, now the White Bears bring out their samurai swords. So now we get to see the fight. Slice. And dice. And more of them are coming in, so now it is just going to become a melee right here. So we went from this, the battle just keeps turning. Now we have, what is this coming in? Another, actually, was the guys with pajamas. I know, it's another pajamas, but I don't know what else. Oh, shut up. And people shooting into that bend, and now you can see there's no more of a line over here, it's all coming around here. And the Satsuma have enveloped the Choshu inside of a grip. Melee's happening in there. And the Choshu lost the melee, so Satsuma are now starting to run over them. Looks like they are now coming in. And, oh, this is the British, these Royal Marines. So you have U.S. Marines on one side, Royal Marines on the other. There we have it. There we go. Everybody's just, oh, it's chaos everywhere. It's like my family reunion. Oh, the family reunion. Oh. And there, oh, what they have in reserve are parrot guns and revolver cavalry. They had just gotten their parrot guns up here. It looks like the Satsuma won this just in time because now the parrot guns are coming up. And yeah, cavalry. Yeah. Oh, but they were trying to hold off to support the parrot guns as long as possible. But now these parrot guns are getting set up and they are completely unsupported. It's like
Limber!
yeah, trying to turn them. while Kanakachi are coming. They're coming, they're coming.
It's too late, guys.
Oh, I like how they're just marching while people with swords are coming by them. Oh, and they're like, okay, ignore them now, run down the hill. And that's it.
It's victory.
Well, so the Satsuma won that one. That was a pretty exciting battle. What did you guys think?
It was a near one thing.
I was excited, Bob.
You sound excited.
I am excited, Bob.
Now, here's the big question is, why won't you put on pants?
I think I just answered that, Bob.
I'm excited.
Well, you do look excited. All right, well, that'll do it for us here.
That's
Th-
what she said.
Oh!
Boom.
Boom! Thank you for watching, everybody, and happy gaming.